Hello, and thank you for joining me today. Well, this is the Friday, September 12th edition of our video devotionals. We appreciate you being with us today and hope your Friday is going well. It is the end of the work week, end of the school week, and it's been boy, what a week it's been. Of course, yesterday with the September the 11th commemoration, then on Wednesday, the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and then right here in our own state, Charlotte, that young lady that was murdered, and of course how it's made national and international headlines and all the circumstances related to it. It's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. But you know what I'm going to talk about today, and really what I talk about every day we have these devotions, is definitely the answer. It's God, and we have His Word, so we're going to talk a little bit about that today and try to be an encouragement and a help to you. Otherwise, we appreciate everybody who watches these. We appreciate your comments, acknowledgments, all of that. And, of course, just be in prayer with, anything from your own family to your church, of course, your circle of friends. Then you think about the nation. We think about the wife of Charlie Kirk and think about those two children. Think about family members. These people are people just like we are. And think about, the parents, and all of that. And then, of course, all of us, when something like this happens, then we all feel affected. We all feel like, we're connected, just like if it was someone in our own family. So that being said, a lot of prayers need to be prayed, and let's certainly do that, okay? All right, so Ezekiel chapter 11, there's a verse here, verse 16, little phrase here I want to give you, and just make some comments. I actually wrote these down here, and just try to be a help to us today, okay? All right, so Ezekiel 11:16 says this, "Therefore say, Thus saith the Lord God, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come." Now, obviously, the setting here is Ezekiel's to tell the people, look, God has to pronounce judgment on His people, and that He did. He says, what's going to happen is when you're scattered away from your home, when that's happened, He says, I'm going to be a little sanctuary for you. And I thought about that, little sanctuary. I wonder how many of us have a little sanctuary in our lives, depending on the situation. So I just wrote these down. Number one, think about this, your little sanctuary, your own personal walk with God. That means, just like here in my office, many of you who see these videos, you see this is my office. And this is like a little sanctuary. If I was to point over to this corner, and of course I know most of you never been in my office and never seen my office, but over there in that corner I've got on the ground, I've got a pillow that's there, and then I've got a place over there where there are scriptures that I read before I pray. And some are from the book of John, and then there's one from Joshua 1:9. And I read that, and then I pray. And so there's a little sanctuary. My desk here, I do these devotions. This is a little sanctuary. I got my Bible in front of me. So this room right here, this room of, 10 by 10 or whatever it is, then this is my little sanctuary, okay? So there's that. Some of you have got a little sanctuary at your house. You've got a room. It might be your porch. It might be a little sunroom. It might be as you lay in your bed and you do your devotions at night or in the morning. Maybe you're at your breakfast table. So what I'm saying is there's a lot of little sanctuaries. Sometimes people, when they go to lunch, they go out to their vehicles, depending on where they may go to their vehicle, and they've got a little sanctuary there where they pray or talk with God, look at devotions, whatever it might be. But the point is, there's a little sanctuary. Number two, how about your church? Amongst the city and the area that you live in, your church is a little sanctuary from all the things that goes on around you that in many cases is not godly, but you've got your sanctuary called your church. And how about our nation itself? We've got a sanctuary, our home, our church, our area, just your own heart in the midst of all the population, all that goes on, and of the people that either do love the Lord, okay, there's sometimes your circle of friends is your little sanctuary. Of course, your church would mention that. But the point is, you can have a little sanctuary. And God was saying, despite the fact that you're going to be scattered, you're going to be in a situation that's going to be just totally different. And because of God having to do it, He says, but I will be your little sanctuary. So that means even if you get astray from the Lord, guess what? You come back to God and have your own little sanctuary no matter where you're at. But thank God for the little sanctuary that God says, I will be your little sanctuary. Thank God for that, okay? All right, we're going to stop right there. Hope you have a great day, safe day, healthy day. And, of course, this being the weekend, then you've got the weekend, you got Sunday. Then, Lord willing, we'll be right back on Monday doing the same thing, trying to be of some help to you. So thank you for watching.